Today's video, I'm going to give you 5 tips that if you have a slower clubhead speed that you can implement straight away that are going to massively help you improve your game. Now, be sure to stay tuned for tip number 5 as that is going to blow your socks off. Tip number 1 is to play the correct golf ball. Why? When you have a slower speed, you cannot generate as much spin as somebody with a faster clubhead speed. You cannot generate as much height and you cannot stop the ball as quickly, again, as somebody with a faster clubhead speed. So we need to play a softer, spinnier golf ball. Now, My Golf Spy, amazing company, did a complete golf ball test, and they did it for clubhead speeds that are high, medium, and slow. So they found that the Callaway Chrome Soft X was the best overall golf ball for slower clubhead speeds. It gave the best distance, it gave best control, best stopping power. It's a softer golf ball, it spins more. Play the correct golf ball and you will play better golf. Tip number 2 is to make sure you are playing the correct equipment at the top end of your bags. Now, technology has come on a huge amount in the last 10 years when it comes to hybrids and fairway woods. So the latest craze is 5 woods, 7 woods, 9 woods. So these clubs are going to make launching the ball so much higher. They're easier to hit out of the rough nowadays, and they are just phenomenal golf clubs. Now, the other one is hybrids. Hybrids are becoming much, much better. Old hybrids, they used to hook a lot, but technology has improved massively. So much so that I've actually gotten rid of my 3-iron and I put my 3 hybrid in. Now for you, you might go, do you know what? I want to get rid of my 4-iron. I want to get rid of my 5-iron because they're just so hard to hit. Well, in those cases, you can maybe put a 7 wood in or a 9 wood in, which looks more like that club down there, or you could put a 4 hybrid, a 5 hybrid in, something like that, even a 6 hybrid. It just has the technology in this to launch that ball so much higher, so much more forgiving. Tip number 3 is if you have a slower clubhead speed, you must hit the ball in the middle of the face. Now, yes, this is going to help you hit the ball straight up, but the main reason for this is because it is going to increase your distance. Why? When you have a slower clubhead speed, it is so important that we are efficient in our strikes, and there is a number that we look at in golf called smash factor. That is the transfer of energy between how fast the clubhead is moving and the ball speed that gets propelled off. If you hit it in the middle of the face, the trampoline effect is going to be the fastest, which means that you're going to get more ball speed, so more distance. As soon as you start to mishit it, high, low, toe, heel, that ball speed is going to drop massively, which is going to really hurt your distance. And especially if you're somebody with a slower clubhead speed, it's so important to hit the ball in the middle of the face. So how can we practice this? Well, I like to do the channel drill. So grab 2 alignment sticks, place them either side of the golf ball. Now, as you can see from the downline view, this is quite a wide angle right here. Now, if you want to go a little bit more advanced, you can go a little bit narrower, but the tighter you make it, you want to basically put this to a point to where if you were to hit it perfectly in the middle of the face, you wouldn't touch any of the alignment sticks. You'd take your divot and you'd swing all the way through and you wouldn't touch any of the alignment sticks. Here's what it should look like. Now, as you can see, both of those alignment sticks jumped. Sometimes when you're hitting off a mat, they will jump. Tip number 4 is to understand shaft lean. Now, there are loads of videos out there on YouTube on how to generate more shaft lean, which is good for a lot of golfers because they do need it. However, not all shaft lean is equal. And the reason for that is shaft lean should match your clubhead speed. Why? Because if you take Dustin Johnson has a huge amount of clubhead speed, right? And with his 7-iron, he might have anywhere, 8 to 12 degrees of shaft lean with his 7-iron. Now, if I gave you Dustin Johnson's swing, but at your clubhead speed, and let's say your clubhead speed is 60 miles an hour with a 7-iron, that ball would come off so low and so flat. Why? Because speed gets the ball airborne. The more speed you have, the more shaft lean you need. That's how we can control trajectory and make sure it doesn't go too high. But if you have a slower clubhead speed, we actually need less shaft lean to help us launch the ball higher. How much should you say? Well, let's think about a clock. A clock is a really nice measurement. So the 1-minute hand on a clock is about 6 degrees. That's how much shaft lean I want you to have ballpark with a 7-iron. Let's say about 6 degrees of shaft lean. So it's only about there. You don't need to be rehearsing. I see so many golfers with a slow clubhead speed rehearse this motion. We don't need that. We only need a little bit of shaft lean. So one of my favorite exercises just to build awareness of this is to do the stop drill. So you're going to go all the way to the top of your backswing, swing all the way back down and stop at impact with the right amount of shaft lean right here. Now, as you are doing that, you also want to ensure your face is coming back nice and square. We're just trying to see that as we do this swing, we're coming back to a position here to where the hands are gently ahead of the golf ball. But as you're doing this drill, you'll actually feel what it feels like to release the club and when to release it. More importantly, you're going to release it sort of down here. That's going to give you that little bit added loft and help you hit the ball a lot further and higher. So tip number 5 is you are trying too hard. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, when I see golfers try and increase their club head speed to actually hit the ball further, they try way too hard. They get stiff, they try and throw their body at it, they spin out, they do all of these horrible motions. Now, here's the thing. Look at someone like Louis Oosthuizen or Ernie Els. Ernie Els, fantastic example. So smooth, so effortless, and they are able to generate a huge amount of club head speed. Now, I have a phenomenal drill that I want you to do in order to help you sort of understand this just a little bit more. So simply grab the club with your index finger and your thumb on your right hand. Now place it in the center of your chest. Now, what I want you to do is get this club swinging back and forth really smoothly, and all you can do is you got to have your hand on your chest just like this, and all you can do is use your body motion. Now you can see as I do this, the way that I'm doing this is I'm actually just moving my pressure gently from left to right at the right time. Now what do I see so many golfers try and do? Well, they try and suddenly accelerate, and you can see when I do that, the club just gets left behind. As soon as I start to physically try and force this, the club starts to go all over the place. Versus if I just go left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, you can see how I can start to really generate momentum. And I'm not doing this hard, so this isn't an age thing. This is me just literally sequencing my body correctly. And I want you to do this, and I want you to do it a couple of times and feel what it feels like to have your body weight, your weight transfer happen before the club starts to change direction. And you can also tell that the other big key is you've got to grip it super relaxed. So once you've done that a couple of times and you've started to feel that momentum, that sort of dance between the left foot, right foot, right foot sort of thing, then you're going to grip the club, keep it super relaxed, and if you need some added help keeping it relaxed, just lift your thumbs off the grip and go left foot, right foot, left foot. And you can see as I'm doing this, I'm actually just gently lifting my heels. Not a lot, just literally a tiny amount. I'm going right foot up, I'm starting with the club here, left heel up, right heel up, left heel up, right heel up, left heel up, right heel up. And you can see as I'm doing that, I feel like I'm hardly swinging the club, but I bet you there is a hell of a lot of club head speed down there. So once you've then done that a couple times, just do some little feelings of that pressure just moving very gently, very freely between your feet. Then you can step on into the shot and just hit a shot. I'll go nice and slow, nice and smooth here. Again, I'm just going to feel a little bit of pressure shift. So it goes right foot, left foot, and through. And you can see it's just very, very smooth. But what I'm trying to do here is just learn what it feels like to actually let my big muscles work in the correct sequence. There's no jolting, there's no hitting, there's no tensing, there's no trying to power this club. It's actually sort of letting go in order to allow just momentum and good sequencing to take over. If you enjoy videos like this, please give me a like and subscribe. I post 3 videos a week, so you're going to get some really good content on here. If you do need some more one-to-one help, I offer online coaching. The link is down in the description.